Hello, welcome to a new episode of Geek Lunch Meat. I'm your host Chris, as usual. Thanks for tuning in. Picked up a few new subscribers this week. Absolutely fantastic. If you could give us a thumbs up if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Really help out the channel. That would be fantastic. Lots of news this week, so we'll crack right on. First of all, Rogue Squadron, the Patty Jenkins helmed Star Wars movie, has been indefinitely delayed. I'm not quite sure what's going on at Disney regarding Star Wars, but stuff doesn't seem to be going right. Obviously, COVID is going to play a part. We had the announcements a few weeks ago that I reported on that a lot of the Disney slate, all the Marvel films have been put back. Indiana Jones 5 had been put back by like a year and a half. So lots of pipeline production issues. So yeah, apparently Rogue Squadron was just not ready to start filming early next year as it was meant to for its was it December 2023 release that was going to be. So yeah, so there's now a Star Wars shaped hole there. The next Star Wars movie that's scheduled is Taika Waititi's, which isn't until December 2025. So say just over 4 years to go. There's been rumours that an Old Republic movie might come in to Rogue Squadron's place. I'm wondering though, because to me, if Rogue Squadron, which was actively being worked on for that date, was not ready to start filming at the in a few months' time, I don't know. I can't see that a production of something the size of like an Old Republic movie would be that far along in production in the process to be just ready for someone to go, yeah, there we go. I mean, obviously, we've heard nothing about it really at all. No cast, no nothing like that. To have to put a cast and crew together for early next year in order to get it in cinemas for December 2023. Just can't see that at all. But yeah, so it's been delayed. It's not the only Paramount announced some delays. The next Transformers movie, if anyone really cares about Transformers movies anymore, that's been delayed, I think, by again over a year, I think, and the next Star Trek movie has also been delayed. So I think we'll probably expect to see this knock-on effect for a few years from the pandemic to everything catches back up. But yeah, Rogue Squadron indefinitely delayed, which is a shame. Spider-Man No Way Home got a new poster. It doesn't really tell us anything that the trailers haven't already told us. Obviously, up front is Doc Ock and his tentacles. There's a very little itty-bitty green goblin in there as well, hiding away, who, the trailer had already shown his pumpkin bombs anyway, so we pretty much knew he was coming. There are some electric bolts and some looks like sand and stuff blowing around, so it really is tying in all the elements from the trailer, telling us what we already knew, that Electro and Sandman are going to be in. So December the 17th now, only a month to go on Spider-Man No Way Home, which I think Tom Holland also described this week as being very dark, and also apparently it's quite big in terms of scope. He was sort of putting on an Avengers level, saying it's one of the biggest Marvel movies they've done. So obviously the rumors of the whole multiverse with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and possibly tying all that together. It has got the potential to be huge. So anyway, December the 17th, that is. We also got the trailer for Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 4. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll know that I actually really enjoyed this animated series on Netflix. Group of kids that have got stranded on the island set. It sort of spans through Jurassic World and into the beginnings of Fallen Kingdom. We see the events from the kids' point of view, which was really nice. And then they got off the island at the end of the last season. But yeah, from this trailer, they end up on another island. I'm assuming, obviously, the original island obviously was Isla Nublar. Now, assuming that they've ended up on Site B, Isla Sorna, that we first saw in Jurassic Park, The Lost World. Maybe it's another island altogether because it has got some different things. There looks like some different temperate zones. There's some ice age sort of looking stuff, and we get to see a saber-toothed tiger. So yeah, maybe unless it's a different part of the island that we've not seen previously, or this is like Site C or something else. So that'd be interesting to see. That hits December the 3rd, and Netflix usually just drop the entire season on the same day, so you can binge that. And yeah, for a kids' cartoon, it's very well done. The Spinosaur, as you, in the trailer, making a reappearance from Jurassic Park 3, so always good to see. We also got the trailer for the third and final season of Lost in Space. That's hitting Netflix December the 1st. Yeah, love the first two seasons. I thought they did a really good job. I've said before, it's what was not expecting what we got. I thought it would just be a rehash of the original series, but no, actually took it in different directions. And now we've got the some of the kids are off halfway across the galaxy. All the adults are still stuck behind on the space station. Will Robinson is still in danger with his robot against the army of all the other robots that were causing them so much trouble at the end of last season. So yeah, it's going to say third and final season. So looking forward to that as well. We also got the first, well, I say it's a still. People have said it's concept art from Jordan Roberts' Gundam live action movie, which Netflix is also funding. They seem to be making everything these days. Jordan Roberts, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce his name, he directed Kong Skull Island, which I love. It's my favourite MonsterVerse movie, as much as I'm a massive Godzilla fan. Skull Island just seemed to absolutely nail the feel, being set in the Vietnam War era, and the cast they put together, and it's great fun. It's yeah, I prefer it to the actual Godzilla films that they've done. But yeah, he's doing a live action Gundam movie based on the anime. That I think originally came out in 1979, and then has been through various different iterations. I must admit, I've not seen a great deal of it. I've been catching up. Some of it is on Netflix. I must admit that early stuff, and I've said before, anime is not massively my favourite thing. And yeah, I just find I find it heavy going, some of it. But yeah, but giant robots punching other giant robots. So what's not to like there? No idea when that's coming. Obviously, they've only just released this first image, so I suspect end of next year, maybe. We also got the trailer for Hellbound. Again, Netflix again. They were absolutely killing it this week. Hellbound is a new Korean series coming November the 19th. And it is about demonic creatures appearing on Earth and dragging people off to hell. The imagery looks stunning. I suspect Netflix are hoping that this will be another big hit for them, such as Squid Game. I don't think it's got that broad appeal. Squid Game has got that, it's that sort of games where obviously people die. I know people who don't normally watch sort of foreign shows have all watched Squid Game. Obviously, it's been a huge international success around the world. So I think this looks more. I think this is based on a web cartoon, which was very similar to Sweet Home, another Korean series on Netflix about people of an apartment block turning into monsters and killing people, which is absolutely fantastic. If you've not seen it, I highly recommend that. Yeah, this is more that vibe. I think if you're not into horror, it's not going to get a general. It's not going to be as big as Squid Game. But yeah, the imagery looks fantastic. It looks really good. Squid Game also, they did announce this week, probably inevitably, that the creator is working on season 2. Probably inevitable. So with a huge success, the amount of money it's brought in, I imagine Netflix probably just parked up a huge Scrooge McDuck style money bin outside his house and said, fill your boots, fella. So yeah, we are getting Squid Game season 2. He's only working on the initial outline of it, so don't expect that for a few years. But yeah, Hellbound though. I digress. As normal, Hellbound, November 19th, Netflix. Yeah, looks good. We also got, I mentioned before, Predator Skulls, which was like an undercover, seemed to be a sort of stealth Predator movie that was being made secretly, maybe got sort of lost in the Disney taking over Fox, from the guy that did 10 Cloverfield Lane. It has now got like an official, it's not now called Skulls anymore, it is Predator Prey. They released this bit of concept art, and it's coming next summer to Hulu in the States, which will just be on Disney Plus on the Star channel part of it over here in the UK, I suspect. Yeah, so it's coming next summer. I think it stars, from what I gather, Amber Midthunder as a Native American fighting a predator several hundred years ago, possibly. So obviously primitive weaponry that they've got versus the predator, which I'm sure has been done in the comic books before. I seem to recall there was a very similar comic book like that. Amber Midthunder's great. She was in Noah Hawley's awesome Legion show. So yeah, that's one. It's probably quite a good idea. The Predator films have been just running themselves into the ground. The last film, was it Predators, was yeah pretty damn crappy all round. Even with Shane Black being involved, which was a real shame. Now, I thought that maybe going the route like Noah Hawley is doing his Alien show for Disney Plus, that yeah, a Predator series like that might be a better way to go, and maybe they will. Maybe if this film is successful and people like it, maybe they'll go that route of just instead of doing cinema releases, of doing lower budget. You know, you could have Predators appearing anywhere on Earth, sort of throughout different time periods, or something like that. Might be good. So yeah, but yeah, Predator Prey will be coming to the small screen, it would appear, next summer. So moving on to Disney Plus Day, which Disney were touting as their big announcement. It was it's the second birthday of the Disney Plus streaming service. So they were going to be doing some specials and things, and it was all a bit disappointing, really. It wasn't really what I was expecting. The investor call that we got at the end of last year, where they announced all of the Star Wars and Marvel projects that were coming out over the next few years, seemed much more exciting. And we actually got some footage of that. Instead, what we've got here is a sort of mixed bag. A lot of stuff we already knew, a few new things, virtually no new footage at all. Yeah, it was a bit strange. So what they did do, things really Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings, and Jungle Cruise were the two big movies that they dropped on Disney Plus yesterday, that obviously we already knew about. One of the good things they did do, they've put on IMAX enhanced versions of 13 of the MCU movies. Basically, the films were either completely filmed in IMAX cameras or portions of them were, which allows it's a much squarer picture. So basically, when you watch these, you're getting about 25% more picture at the top and bottom. So instead of you'll get the big black bars that you get on some movies, depending on their aspect ratio, it fills it out completely. I had checked out the end of Avengers Endgame, the big final battle, and it does look great. It's it now fills up almost. You've got very very small black bars. It's much more like the 185:1 ratio that some films are produced in, which does fill up the entire screen. It's very similar to that. So yeah, give them a go. It does make stuff look, just opens it out a bit. Obviously, the bigger telly, the bigger TV you've got, the better. But yeah, there are 13 on there. Hopefully, if they do that a bit more with films that are filmed in IMAX in the future, that would be good. Now, Star Wars. So I mentioned Disney. Star Wars seems to, they've gone off the boil a bit with it. So what we did get was a little behind the scenes bit of Obi-Wan, the show that's coming out next year with Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. Didn't get any footage at all. It's literally just a couple of minutes of talking about behind the scenes. There is some concept art of the most exciting bit that probably shows Obi-Wan and Vader having a lightsaber duel. So we're pretty much guaranteed to get that anyway, but it's good to see that clarified. Some brooding shots of Vader, I'm assuming in his castle on Mustafar, and some bits of Obi-Wan on Tatooine. So yeah, also that it leaked the day before, so it sort of stole their thunder. That was all online. They tried to take it down as rapidly as possible, but that was obviously all over the place. So yeah, no footage at all, which was a shame. Andor, conspicuous by its absence. Absolutely nothing on the prequel to Rogue One. I was expecting a trailer at least. They showed us some sort of behind the scenes footage, say during the Disney's investors call last year. It seems to have been filming for absolutely ages. But rumor is it's not going to be hitting screens until the final quarter of next year. So yeah, real sort of missed opportunity, I think, on that one, which was a shame. They did drop Under the Helmet, no sniggering in the back. Basically the legacy of Boba Fett. It's a 20-minute documentary about Boba Fett to sort of build anticipation for the Book of Boba Fett series dropping at the end of the year. It's quite nice. It's got some nice behind-the-scenes stuff that I've not seen before, going right back with the conception of Boba Fett. You've got interviews with Joe Johnson, who designed obviously Fett in conjunction with Ralph McQuarrie, and went on to become a big shot director in his own right on Jumanji, I think he did, in Jurassic Park 3 and Rocketeer, and obviously Captain America, the First Avenger. So yeah, Joe Johnson is great. It's good to see him talking, to see all the artwork as well. Ben Burt, the sound guy, is there. You get some footage of putting together the sort of the original Boba Fett costume when he was meant to be originally conceived as a sort of super stormtrooper, and it was all painted white. Yeah, it's quite nice. Say it's only 20 minutes, and obviously it goes up forward. Obviously, we got Tamara Morrison, and they talk about the Mandalorian and going into the Book of Boba Fett. But unfortunately, we don't get any new footage because we had the trailer last week, which I said at the time seemed odd with Disney Plus Day coming up, that they would drop that early. So not much at all there, which was again another missed opportunity. I don't know. Disney Plus Day seems to be really hyped, but certainly from Star Wars point of view, not much at all. One of the best things we did get is a little clip of the Willow series that's coming next year to Disney Plus, and it's basically Warwick Davis talking to some of the new cast and having a laugh with them, and it's actually quite funny. I'll put a link to it saying any of these footage. So some of these, a lot of this stuff was put on Disney Plus, so there are obviously some people have put it up on YouTube since. So I'll find the best links I can and stick them in the description below. The Willow bit again doesn't give any footage or anything like that, but it is quite funny with Warwick Davis just talking to the cast. There was a trailer for Ice Age: The Legend of Buck Wilde. It seems that is like I think it's a movie that's going straight to Disney Plus. It seems a bit like when Disney went through that spate of releasing direct-to-video sequels like Lion King 2 and Little Mermaid 2 and things like that. It looks a bit like that. It looks a bit cheaper, obviously, than the movies. Simon Pegg is back as Buck, who was one of the best parts of Ice Age. Doesn't look like any of the others have come back, or Sid the Sloth, the Manny the Mammoth, and Diego. They are not. Don't look like they're voiced by the original cast, which is a shame. You think Disney all that money, but yeah, this looks like it's been done the cheaper bit. But yeah, there's a trailer for that. That's just coming next year as well. Then moving on to the Marvel segment of Disney Plus Day. Again, what they mainly gave us, there's a 14-minute special look they put up on Disney Plus. Now, before you get excited, the majority of it is footage from WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, and What If. Obviously, all shows that we've seen. You just get bits of that building up to some Hawkeye footage, again, most of which we've seen in the trailers. There's a bit of an extended car chase scene they showed. That's hitting 24th of November, the first episodes of Disney Plus there. Then, what they then gave us was a whole bunch of titles that we already knew about from last year, and about 20 seconds of new footage covering the whole lot. So we got Moon Knight with Oscar Isaac as the guy who is possessed by a Egyptian god, I believe. I've not read the comics, but I think that's the gist of it. Or that maybe he's just a bit mad and just hears voices. She-Hulk, Tatiana Maslany. In that, we get a little snippet of footage, which also shows Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner. We do get the great line of "Don't make me angry, you won't like me when I'm angry" is in it. Ms. Marvel, we do get to see a little bit of Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan. Again, we knew all these before. Then just get the logo for Armor Wars, which we already knew about. Again, which is Don Cheadle reprising his role as Rhodey, War Machine in that. What If Season 2, we knew was coming anyway. I Am Groot, the animated series, we also knew was coming. Loki Season 2. Ironheart, which is the young girl who builds her own suit of Iron Man armor, pretty much. Secret Invasion, again, which you already knew about. We literally, I think it was like a 2-second shot of Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, eye patchless being the main thing, and a bit of a beard. That was all we got from there. That's about the Skrulls have invaded most the shape-changing aliens from Captain Marvel, have invaded all parts of humanity. And the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which James Gunn is making in conjunction with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So, say all of that we knew, with brief bits of footage we got, not a great deal. The new stuff we got is there is an Echo series coming out, and the consensus seems to be Echo will be a character that might be showing up in Hawkeye. Marvel Zombies. I'm guessing this is an animated spin-off of the What If show. We had the episode with the Marvel Zombies, which I really enjoyed, so I'm happy to see that. Spider-Man Freshman Years, which is another animated show, which presumably is going to be about Spider-Man in his freshman years at college. No dates on any of these, by the way, just all coming soon. And then the best news, which was rumoured, is that we will be getting Agatha, House of Harkness, starring Catherine Hahn, who was probably one of the best bits of WandaVision. Catherine Hahn is always awesome. So, yeah, that was rumoured we were going to get that. They've announced, they gave us a logo and announced it officially. But again, no dates on any of these, really, except for we know Hawkeye, say, is coming on the 24th of November. Moon Knight, I suspect, will be next year, and She-Hulk and Ms. Marvel. I think they're all the ones we'll get next year. Possibly What If Season 2 as well, I expect. I say maybe I Am Groot, because it's an animated show they've been working on. Yeah, everything else I imagine won't be coming until 2023. So until next time, take care and eat, geek, and be merry.